Hello and welcome to Woodshed Reviews, where we look at films old and new, good and bad. On today's show, it's a retro 90s sci-fi horror double bill as we look at Species and Species 2.
I've got fond memories of Species from the 90s.
Yeah.
One of my favourite movies back then.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I didn't enjoy the sequel so much, and it's been about 30 years.
Yep, 30 years this year from the original, but the sequel was, 98?
Yeah, so I thought I'd check them out again, and I was pleasantly surprised how well they hold up.
Okay.
And both of them.
Both of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I've probably got a slightly different take on it. But yeah, I remember growing up with, I remember not growing up with it, but kind of remember the original coming out and seeing that multiple times and everything. There was a bit of buzz about that.
Yeah.
Some good buzz, some not so good, buzz,
yeah.
I suppose. I thought I hadn't seen the sequel, but I have seen the sequel.
Okay.
I had seen it once or twice maybe, but I thought I'd completely forgotten about it until one of those films, you start watching it and then, oh yeah, I remember this now. So yeah, so we'll start with Species.
Yeah, so 1995, directed by Roger Donaldson.
And a pretty good cast.
Absolutely stunning cast, yeah. Ben Kingsley, Oscar winner.
Oscar winner for Gandhi, was it? That must have been not too long before that, was it?
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Academy, you have bereft me of all words, but that's not good enough.
We've got Michael Madsen, who was kind of like taken off at that point after his appearance in Reservoir Dogs a couple of years earlier.
Obviously done The Getaway with Roger
before that,
with the same director.
Let's just make the best of it. No hard feelings, all right?
There's also Forrest Whitaker, Alfred Molina.
Marg Helgenberger.
Well, obviously introduces Natasha Henstridge, who became a bit of a name at the time. So that was our cast, pretty solid cast.
Yeah.
H.R. Geiger, most famous for his design of the xenomorph alien.
Yeah, so that was a big draw as well at the time.
Yeah, that was a big sort of thing.
Yeah, because he's not really lent his creations to any other film.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Maybe there's something to do with Poltergeist, but I'm not sure.
This was kind of like H.R. Geiger returning to an alien horror sort of film, so there was a lot of hype about it from that end. I suppose there was also a lot of kind of hype, the Natasha Henstridge kind of thing, a lot of nudity, it was all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she was a big draw.
No, I think someone's at the door.
Don't go. Please. I want a baby.
What?
I thought this film was okay at the time. I wasn't a massive fan of it, but I appreciated it. And I think it's generally held up pretty well 30 years later.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great concept.
In January, a message from an extraterrestrial source was picked up at the Parkes Observatory in Australia. A new sequence of DNA, friendly instructions on how to combine it with ours.
This growth is amazing.
So I was kind of thinking of Contact, the film Contact, which was out around this time. There's a similar sort of thing to that kind of going on, where it's more about a message being beamed to us, and it's a sort of start of this conversation. It's a sort of hello, you know. Yeah. But obviously, very different films at the end of the day. But, you know, a similar sort of premise. And yeah, they go right ahead and develop this human alien hybrid
that grows very quickly, and yeah, it's a interesting scene. It's a young Michelle Williams.
That's right, yeah.
So she's kind of stuck in a lab.
I'm sorry.
She looks very human, so you kind of feel a bit uneasy.
Yeah.
A bit cruel.
Yeah. We know there's something going on, but we're not entirely sure at this point. But she escapes when they try to eliminate her because they're concerned about where this project is going, which is, maybe they could have thought about that beforehand.
We decided to make it female so that it would be more docile and controllable.
More docile and controllable, huh? Well, I guess you guys don't get out much.
Ben Kingsley is the sort of main guy behind the sort of experiment, I guess. She escapes and he hires a team of various experts in their field to track her down.
So Marg Helgenberger is a molecular biologist.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker's an empath.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was maybe a bit much putting into this film to have this sort of like classification of person who's an empath. Literally, this is like accepted sort of science.
Yeah, I can read minds.
Yeah, feel emotions and stuff.
Something bad happened here.
Oh, shit.
Crushed her larynx.
She was afraid. She's scared.
Which, of course, the creature can do.
Sure.
Yeah, so they could have made something more of that, maybe.
Shoot.
Alfred Molina, he's an
Anthropologist.
anthropologist who studies like behaviours in animals and stuff like that.
And Michael Madsen as Press, who is a mercenary.
Let's just say I'm a freelance solution to some of our government's problems.
We've kind of babbled on about this quite a bit already, but we could probably sum it up with my favourite line in the film, which is delivered by Michael Madsen.
You created a monster with some kind of formula you got from outer space. The damn thing got away, and now you want us to hunt it down and kill it. Now, is that pretty close?
So that's a great line. It's sort of like you're either in or you're out at this point, you know. So.
Absolutely. So she goes into a cocoon and emerges as a fully grown adult. And our team have to catch her before she destroys the human race.
I guess the hook is she's a very attractive woman who's going to pretty much have any man that she kind of sets her sights on, effectively.
I've got a party to go to and no one to take me.
That's a kind of basic premise, I suppose.
Can you drive me back?
What are you talking about?
She's got a sort of sixth sense about people and stuff. So are they going to be a suitable, you know, sort of partner for her offspring, or is there going to be some sort of like a hiccup within there that doesn't help her situation?
Doesn't look like a successful mating to me. Still got his pants on.
She's frustrated. Who isn't?
And yeah, a lot of good gore in it.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix of prosthetics and 90s CGI.
At the end, the 90s CGI kind of take over a bit.
A bit too much.
A bit too much, yes, I would say, definitely. My general feeling about this film 30 years down the line was it's a solid kind of hour and a half or so, I think, and then the finale kind of lets it down for me. I think the CGI doesn't help, but I think it's a bit confusing of what's happening. The action is not great.
Yeah, it's not the best showdown. After she's mated with Alfred Molina, and she changes into the full creature.
And Natasha Henstridge as an actress is out of the picture at that point. Not bad, but early 90s VFX that possibly shouldn't have used at that point. Not to that extent anyway.
Yeah, because I love the creature design. I thought Syl looks amazing.
Don't see it a lot, but yeah, enough.
Yeah, we see it more at the end.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it's just a bit too much CGI. It should have been someone in a suit.
Which there is some of that. I don't know why they didn't do more of that. There's more of that in the sequel, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think it works better in the sequel.
It works better. It's a better showdown in the sequel.
I thought you drank your last Long Island iced tea there, Dan.
Yeah, I thought we all had.
You know, I've got some reservations about, you know, other stuff in the film. I do kind of feel Michael Madsen's a bit miscast as a sort of heroic kind of character. He's a little too Michael Madsen. He plays a great Michael Madsen in it, but is that the right kind of fit for a film like this?
Hey, whoa! What are you... I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else. I'm sorry.
I'll give it a pass on this film. I think when they try and do it again in the second film, and it's I don't think the direction and the writing is as good.
It's a different direction for sure.
Could have worked fine as a part of this ensemble a bit if you wanted that heroic protagonist. I don't think Michael Madsen is the right guy for it.
I like him though. He's just got a great presence.
Yes, in the right role. So that kind of like is a little sort of like, for me, just a sort of, I don't know, like you've got a good cast of people here. You know, you could have used them a little better, I think. Just finessed it a bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, how did they all get involved in this film?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it was kind of being touted as a sort of this generation's Alien, which has obviously got a lot of connections. And I can understand that, you know, actors like this would probably want to get involved in that, you know. And you've got H.R. Geiger, it's got a good premise and everything. And yeah, it's a solid film. It doesn't quite get to that sort of a Alien stature, if you like, you know, because again, Alien itself had a pretty stellar cast as well.
Feels like a B movie. It starts off quite smart, then it kind of goes into B movie territory towards the end. Not as much as the second film, though.
Not so much as the second film. I guess I'm kind of like thinking compared to the second film, it's definitely not. But then I guess Alien itself was like a B movie sort of premise, you know.
Yeah, slasher movie on a ship.
Yeah, basically.
I really enjoyed the score.
I think that adds a lot to it, yeah, tension-wise and stuff.
Probably the most tense scene in it was the scene in the lab where they grow the embryo.
Yeah, there's good effects in that as well, I thought.
Oh, God. It's not dead.
I suppose themes-wise, obviously, it's about this creature trying to mate and stuff, and then it parallels with our group of 4 people who are flirting and dating and sort of stuff.
They're impressed. They like each other.
Yeah, whatever you say, Dan.
That's not really developed enough, I don't think, where I kind of feel that they're having a relationship.
Yeah, they're just having a fling.
Hi.
Hi.
Felt like that triangle, they could have worked on that a little more in the film and kind of built on that. It parallels it a bit with Syl's kind of journey and her sort of aim and stuff like that. But I thought it could have woven it together maybe a bit more.
Some nice subtle stuff. I like the fact Forrest Whitaker can sense that Alfred Molina is a bit
desperate. I felt a 3 for me, apart from the ending, which brings it down a bit. But I'll be solid because I think some of that is maybe down to sort of just effects and stuff, which I don't want to be too critical of or anything, you know, because it is what it is at this point, you know.
I'm going to go a bit higher, just because I've got fond memories of this film and it's a decent popcorn movie.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 4 logs.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think that's okay, definitely. And so the inevitable sequel, Species 2, came out in 1998, and some of the cast returned.
Though she died in the original.
You can always do an alien resurrection and bring her back with her DNA.
Hey,
I thought you were dead.
yeah, I get that a lot.
So I think they kept a couple of the embryos from the original film.
So this is Eve this time, and she's in the lab again. And Marg Helgenberger returns. She's overlooking the experiment.
She's a genetic duplicate of the original Syl. Now, we have deliberately shielded Eve from any direct contact with the male gender, which is why, gentlemen, you're inside there.
Michael Madsen returns in the same role. That's it, is it?
Yeah, no Forrest Whitaker this time.
No.
Yeah, so this was directed by Peter Medak.
Okay.
So he was an older director. He had quite a career before this.
What was he doing before this? I meant to check.
He worked with all sorts.
Adult films at all?
No. It's quite surprising because he didn't do too many horror films. So he did The Changeling in 1980 with George C. Scott.
Many films will frighten you, but only a few can really terrify you. The Changeling.
Okay, so you're the more the Species fan of the original. So what's your thoughts on Species 2?
I think the first time I saw it back in the day, I was disappointed because I was kind of wanting more of the same. It's a bit more dark, grim, sleazy, all these things.
Okay.
Having the main alien being a male
changes it.
It's a bit more disturbing.
It's dark. He wants to mate with her.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, the male character, he's an astronaut who's landed on Mars. That's our opening sort of gambit, isn't it? It's the first one where humankind has made it to Mars.
Yeah.
And we've spend this opening kind of 50 minutes with this trio of characters, getting samples from Mars, returning to Earth as sort of heroes, kind of, latter day Neil Armstrong. This guy is basically,
son of a senator, earmarked to be president one day.
Yes, aye.
But on a ship back, we see some black goo escape.
From the samples, yeah.
Yeah, so very Prometheus.
Excursion Houston. Transfer orbit burn in 20, 19, 18.
Substance kind of infiltrates the astronauts.
It does what it needs to do depending on the situation, I think. A little bit like the black goo, I suppose, from Prometheus.
Organic.
In the original film, we've already got these other samples, the DNA samples of like Sil, Eve, and all that. We've also got the leftovers at the end of the first film, where there's like it implies that this thing's still here.
I think they just ditched that, didn't they?
Yeah, and then we just spend all this time just faffing about with this space mission to bring this stuff to Earth.
Yeah.
When it's already there.
Yeah.
And it just feels like this is, it's quite a short film, this. It's an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And so we spend the first 50 minutes on this mission just to bring this stuff back to Earth. And it's like, yeah, we established this in the last film.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's a waste of our sort of time, I suppose.
It's going to be good to get home. Over and out.
I mean, it felt like a different film, just stylistically and the way it was written.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it so much now. I enjoy it more. I can appreciate the style of it. I thought the directing was very good. The script's very much a kind of B-movie, splatterfest.
Yeah, it definitely goes more in for that kind of stuff. At times, it kind of goes in for almost like something between like American Pie and some sort of species parody or something like that. Characters who are supposed to be grown adult professional, acting like horny teenagers.
We do have a few people here who would like a further examination.
Boy, there's enough fine booty out there to cure what ails me.
That's his whole sort of thing, is he's just trying to get laid.
What's wrong? Dennis Gamble, we'd like you to come with us. Man, brother just can't get no booty, you know what I'm saying?
And that's it. And then at the end, it's implied that he's going to get laid now,
Mr. Gamble.
Woo!
I need you to lie back for me.
I'd be glad to.
And that's
it. I wasn't a fan of that stuff so much.
No, and he's a bit, he's a character, just feels like you could have taken him out and it wouldn't have made any difference to the film whatsoever.
The captain of the Mars mission and my son, Patrick Ross.
There's an early scene with our main astronaut guy who's in a hotel, well, he's at a conference or something where he's going to be the main man, and he's off getting some up to no good with someone. Don't know who it is, because his wife's at the table, apparently, so we're not really sure what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe the alien DNA is taking hold at this stage.
Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the things, because you don't really know, is he in control of this? Is he aware of it? When is it taking over him? Because he kills himself at one point, which is a scene that I really like and really remember, that sort of a visual effect,
Yeah, I mean, it's dated a bit, but it's still quite cool.
I think it's all right, yeah. I think it's done well. I mean, obviously if you did it now, it would look a lot smoother, a lot kind of more realistic and stuff. But yeah, there's just this sort of sense of, is he in control of this or not? Is he aware of it? It never seems to kind of align that up.
Yeah, they could have made more of his inner struggle, I think.
Yeah.
There was a bit of that with his dad.
Dad, help me.
I think I read they cut out some scenes with his wife.
It feels like it's been chopped up, yeah. Like there's some things missing. Like I was saying, like he attends this party with his wife, and the next thing he's in a closet with some girl, and then she goes to a hotel room, and it turns into like a species parody or something like that,
My turn.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's out of control. He's just...
Yeah. But is that, I'm assuming, yeah, it never quite explains what's going on with him.
Last night, after the fundraiser, something happened. Try to think about it, I draw a total blank.
I always make those drinks at those fundraisers strong.
So, and going back to Natasha Henstridge,
And it's quite frustrating because she's kind of locked up until the last 15 minutes.
she's kind of wasted in it, I think.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of it. That, she's trapped. No men are allowed near her.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You know that there's no men allowed in this lab.
They kind of dampened her need to mate, but she's still dangerous.
They do comment on it, but Laura, who from the first film, is in charge of all this stuff, and she's kind of doing it in a sort of, I don't like doing this, but I've got to do it, or something like that. And it feels a little, it's a very different kind of character from the first film. Like, she would not have been like that.
I want you to understand that the reason I took this job was to make sure that these experiments were done with regard for you.
And Michael Madsen does comment on that and call her out in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever kind of resolves that satisfactorily,
I remember Laura Baker having a little bit more soul.
Just who the hell do you think you are? You're coming into my lab, questioning my motives.
Are you two finished?
I thought that when she comes face to face with the astronaut guy in the lab, I thought that was going to be okay, she's going to break free now. But no, it's still another sort of 20 minutes or something. Yeah. And she escapes the exact same way that she escaped in the first film. And you kind of think, you've got to learn some lessons here.
But it's a great scene when she escaped, though. I thought that was really nicely shot. A lot of nice energy and cinematography. And even when she's escaping the lab outside, they start trying to shoot her down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of squibs going off and stuff.
Yeah, that's all good stuff. It just needed to I just think they needed to happen a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Have her out a bit more. And also kind of like earlier on in the film, she's kind of like looking at TV commercials and films and stuff and seeing she says something about these are places that I'll never see. So you think, is that her motivation to kind of escape and stuff like that? But it just then turns that she just wants to mate with Patrick, the astronaut.
It's obviously a strong urge.
But there's not anything more to it than that. And I just thought they might have kind of developed her that her human part wants to kind of not be locked up like an animal,
Yeah, I mean, there's moments with her human side, I think. But when Patrick's with various women, they cut to her and she's sensing that kind of telepathic connection or something.
Jeez, someone hit a home run?
Obviously that's going on in her head, and maybe the scientists are just not locking onto that so much.
Yeah.
So she's got her own conflict going on.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure which side's going to win out.
I mean, I think that's what they were going for. I think it probably feels like there's stuff missing from that, like you're saying, that was cut out from it. And like I say, it's quite a tight film, an hour and a half. For a film of this ilk, it feels like it could have had a longer run time and kind of explored some of this stuff a little more.
Sure.
But it seems to be going more for, we're just going for a sort of horror kind of thing.
Very much so.
Nothing more than that, really.
There's a lot of gore in this.
Yes, aye. Yeah,
exploding bellies and tentacles.
Yeah, there's some good stuff for sure. There's some good stuff.
Come here, come on!
Yeah, for me, it's sort of like, it's lacking in the kind of character stuff and making sense of the story sometimes and all that, and it's clear what's going on, I suppose, but it just needs a little more colouring in, I think,
A lot of stuff to admire, I think. I like kind of showed in when the two aliens get together.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of whole mating sequence where they're kind of in their alien form. The effects there were really nice.
And it's a better show, like we said, than the original. There's a lot of practical effects using it and stuff, rather than the VFX from before.
Eve, I know you're in there. Please help us. Please help us.
What did you think of the Patrick monster?
It's definitely kind of unsettling, and it's quite different from the species of Syl or Eve or whatever. So.
Yeah, she's more humanoid.
Right. So is this more what the creature is like naturally or something.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, I think that the practical effects and stuff and the way it was shot at the ending was better, and I think that if the original film had had more of that sort of ending, I would have liked it more, but unfortunately it's on a film that I like less.
Yeah.
At the end of it. Yeah, I mean, again, some issues with Michael Madsen as this, our main character, which is just a continuation from the first film. It's not his bag for me. So he feels a bit awkward, kind of, doing the gun stuff, and he's just weird crouching things and all that, and it never really works for me. And I just think he needed to be, that cool kind of John Wayne type. Definitely, he can pull that off. But fair enough. He's a good actor, and he's always nice to see. So. And rest in peace, unfortunately, not too long ago.
I know.
So, good to see him in fine form again, even if it's not the best film in the world. So on that note, will we rank Species 2?
For the type of film it is, it's kind of sleazy horror. There's a lot to keep my interest. I appreciate it more now than I did back then.
Yeah.
I think I'll give it 3.5.
Oh, really? Okay. That's quite high.
That's quite high.
Fair enough. I think a more solid ending and stuff like that I appreciated. And, some of the effects and stuff were good. I think, as we sort of said, a lot of stuff was wasted. I thought Natasha Henstridge was wasted in it. And we wasted a bit of time at the beginning and stuff with the space mission. So I'm going to have to go 2.5. And, it's not the worst thing ever. It takes a good stab at things, and it's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the worst thing ever, like I say. So fair enough, yeah. So and why are we not doing Species 3 and 4? Or are we going to be doing Species 3 and 4?
We will do Species 3 and 4 if our audience demands it.
But they were made for TV films, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the third one, which is kind of like a passing the torch movie. I think Natasha Henstridge is only in it. Opening scene or something.
I read that she was contractually obligated for 3 films.
Right.
First one, so she had to make an appearance.
Okay. And the fourth one, I think, is a totally different story.
Okay.
Which I haven't seen.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we shall see if we do Species 3 and 4. But for now, that's Species 1 and 2 done. Let us know if you agreed with us. And that's it for now. We'll see you in the next episode.
See ya.